Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, Logan Paul, and Paul Heyman. The Vision. More like the fizzling. Because all they've been doing since Seth left is fading into obscurity. Tell me how the so called future of the WrestleMania main event is not on screen due to an injury sustained from flipping a freaking announce table. And this guy is supposed to be the quote unquote badass. I think that title belongs to the announce table that took him out now instead. Maybe that's a stretch, but am I really wrong though? Now to Bronson Reed, the Colossus, or Ozilla as they call him these days, was I believe the plan B for Braun Breaker, being sidelined by a table, but even he couldn't hold up until WrestleMania, sustaining an injury of sorts on yesterday's Raw. Now we don't know the status of the injury, but it really could be anything at this point. Hell, I think he was supposed to win the triple threat qualifying match for the Chamber, but this injury made them have to switch plans up on the fly, essentially turning the match into a singles match between original El Grande Americano and Jey Uso. Now I'm gonna be honest. I didn't want to see Jey win. I didn't want to see either of the three in the chamber. But if I had to pick one to be in it, it would have been Bronson. Because then we can have the angle of the masked man costing him the chamber match, revealing himself, and setting up a WrestleMania program between the two since Braun is out. But now that both Brauns are out, where does the Vision fall on the WrestleMania card? Because I don't see it. Maybe you do, but I just can't. I can't see it. Put down in the comments your ideas of where you think the Masked Man angle will go from here. Now, I'm not saying the Vision as a whole is going to be left off of WrestleMania. I actually think Logan and Theory will make it on as a tag team to challenge the Usos for the titles. Now, whether or not they should win, that's a video for another day. The Vision as a whole is just in shambles currently. They started out super hot with the first Masked Man angle that had everybody theorizing, pun intended, which was then very uneventfully revealed to be Austin Theory on a random episode of Monday Night Raw. That decision, in my opinion, was one of the worst by triple fraud in 2025. Or was it early 2026? Either way, it doesn't matter because it sucked regardless. They could have had easily pulled it off way better. Like, I don't know, maybe not having him so willingly take off the mask after hiding for so long. Like, he just took it off to take it off. No payoff of any sorts. They didn't even have the Vision hyping the moment up. They probably refused, knowing how bad of an idea it was. Now, with the current masked man, they've basically exhausted all options. Now, if it is set, now if it is really set under the mask, which it most likely is, they could maybe make him be the one to face Brock at Mania by having him be intercepted and unmasked during one of his attacks by Brock, leading up to Mania since WWE is too scared, obviously, to go with what the people clearly want, given the chance on last night's Raw following Paul Heyman, basically calling everybody in the back a little bitch, saying that they're too scared to face Brock. Apparently, one of those little bitches includes the one who is supposed to be the ruler Obafemi, who was in fact backstage last night and could have easily come out to face off with Brock in that segment. But Nana, as a megastar would say, WWE did what WWE always does these days, ignored ignored the reason for them still being in business, being the fans, of course. With the path the product is heading, WWE might just not be number one for too long unless some drastic, and by drastic I mean drastic, changes are made. Like, how do you have Oba freaking Femi in the building at the same time you have Brock Lesnar in the building and you don't capitalize on it? It's really surprising. Honestly, given how greedy WWE is these days, you would think that they will capitalize on a moment like that is guaranteed money. Like, let's not deny that. But I guess being greedy doesn't mean being smart. Because if it did, I wouldn't be talking about this. Maybe the greedy part, but not about WWE's creative team being a bunch of airheads. The only good thing to come out of yesterday's Raw, in my opinion, was the end where they had the celebration of AJ Styles' career with his family present and him getting inducted into the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame. The induction, though, the induction was done in a pretty cringe way by The Undertaker of all people. Like, tell me why he said that if you see me coming, it means you're going. Like, what the hell does that even mean, Taker? I guess you start talking like that when you start bending over backwards for triple fraud and TKO. Taker was yapping in circles for that segment. Hell, he even had me thinking that he and AJ were finna throw hands at WrestleMania, talking about some "we have unfinished business," AJ. He had me thinking we were getting a Boneyard match part 2. And why did they show Frankie Kazarian and Abyss backstage, but didn't even have them get into the ring with AJ? Like they are two of his best friends. That's just low, even for you, triple fraud. Anyways, these are my thoughts on the Vision currently. Let me know yours down below. That's it for today. I'll see you when I see you.